You guys ready?
What's the plan, Bobby?
We're winging it, Jerry.
You always winged it.
We're gonna get killed.
What you mean, we, white boy? You ready?
Here we go.
What up, everybody? Welcome into the OG NBA betting show. We got my guy Babano, we got Dutchie in the building, and we'll see. I think Wham Bam might be able to make it and slide in for this small slate that we have today. Dutchie, what's good with you over there?
The NBA is a hell of a drug. Hey, you looking at the plug. Yeah, man. It's good to be back with you. Skee, Babano, OG Stacks in the chat. We got Real Madrid in the building. We got Tasha, the beautiful young lady. AOD. Scotty Foster even showing up and showing out. It's good to be back, man. Yesterday was a rough one for your boy.
Don't you have a job to go to, Scott Foster? Don't you have a team to stab in the back? Like, what are you doing in here?
Hey, man, give him time. Give him time. It's his lunch break. But yeah, man, it was, I don't know what the fuck Luka the Don was doing yesterday. Fucked around and got a triple-double, but he also almost had as many missed shots as he did points. He had 22 points, had 18 missed shots. And let's not even talk about. I will not refer to that motherfucker Austin Reeves is AR. I'm not even gonna say the rest of it because you know who the fuck I'm talking about. All that hype, third man. I didn't know who.
Motherfucker don't watch one game, man. I'm not even letting this shit slide. You don't watch one game, motherfucker.
Hey, I'll tell you. I told you I was gonna lock in, and I didn't like what I see. I couldn't tell it honestly. Give me Don Canetto or that motherfucker. Good lord.
God, yeah. We gonna cut this off right now. You definitely ain't watch Austin Reeves.
I told you. Every time I watch him, this motherfucker was 1 of 12. Last I remember last night, 1 of 12. But Luka couldn't buy a bucket either. So yeah, man. Lakers lose. I don't hit the over 30.5. We're gonna get back today though. We get it back today.
Babano, how you feeling?
Great. It was a great night. Aside from Brooklyn and what was the other team? Orlando, or Lakers, I should say, in Orlando. Everything else was great. We had the Philly Atlanta over, Raptors covered, Suns covered. We had the there's another one there. We had the over with Portland Golden State last night. Denver plus 10.5. They got it done outright. New York, I jumped on that late at the last minute, and I know Skee had that the Knicks as well. So it was a great Monday night. Definitely plus units, and hopefully we can find some more winners on this small slate here today.
Appreciate you, Lucky Power, reminding everybody to hit the like button. And appreciate all of you guys in the chat over there.
I be getting paid in this shit. You know what I mean?
Raptors best bet for the show yesterday too. Good to cash that.
Oh yeah, good job on that, Babano. You cashed that. I had the Knicks. I don't know why I can't remember what Wham had. But let's see what we can get to today.
Yes.
Bucks and Pacers. This one opened up Bucks -3. They're now 2.5, even a two out there as well. And the total gone up quite a bit from 232 to 236.5. As far as injuries are concerned, you have Lillard and Giannis both probable. Pete Nance both questionable. No Livingston, no Portis, no Smith for the Pacers. Both Hallie and TJ McConnell are questionable. I want to go to Dutch first on this game. Pacers haven't been playing that good to me. And Bucks -2.5, -2. I feel like this should be a levels, but why is this line so short? That's what I keep thinking about. Should be Bucks easy. What do you think, Dutch?
Yeah, man. I'm with you, man. I do think there's levels to it. I really do. And I'm like 2.5. Who's out? What? Not even. Probable. Dame and Giannis are probable. Like, get the fuck out of here, man. I mean, they played twice this year. They beat them both. Beat them by 12. Beat them by 8. I just think, last game they beat them by 8. Dame had 9 points. Had 9 fucking points. It's probably worst game as a Buck. Usually he plays a little bit better going against Hallie, Scooby motherfucking Doo. You got a team playing their 4th game in 5 nights in the Indiana Pacers in a back-to-back. I know it's not that far of a travel from Chicago, but they had to, travel from Chicago last night. It's just Milwaukee, 2 home games, got beat by Orlando in a dogfight, and then kind of got smacked around by Cleveland. They lose 2 straight at home, first game on the road. You got Giannis, who dominates against this Indiana team, and I think Dame's gonna show up. So I'm pretty much putting my money on Dame. Does it seem tricky? Yeah, man. But you know what? After yesterday, fuck this shit, man. Milwaukee -2 to the motherfucking window. It's good money, man. I just think there's levels to it. I think Milwaukee's a better basketball team than Indiana. Indiana has not shown me very much of late, as you kind of touched on, Skee. So I think they can exploit him down low. Brook Lopez, please get a fucking rebound. And you're not a 3-point shooter. Just take your fucking ass down low once or twice. And Kuzma, I don't know about that dude, man. God damn. I just need Dame time to give me 25. And Giannis is going to do his thing. And I believe they beat these boys by 6 to 8 points. So 2 is good money.
I just said he don't care if he get it, if it look fishy or not. He rolling with it. And Casey said she's trying to see what it's looking like with that Hadley shot tonight.
It's Dame time. This is all you're gonna see tonight, KC. Okay, none of that bullshit.
Man, I swear I got the clip somewhere.
Get the fuck out of here, man. We got shit to do.
No, I'm just joking. I don't even know where it's at, but I got to go back and check it after the show.
Dang, that's what we're gonna see tonight. I mean, follow through.
I don't know about that. That was a good one. But Bano, how can the Pacers win? I'm gonna say like this. To me, it looks like easy to take the Bucks. They're begging you to come in here and back the Bucks. Everybody's taking them. The number has moved against Milwaukee. Is there any way the Pacers can win this game, Bano?
I thought it went to 2.5. No,
it opened 3. It went to 2.5 or 2.
Okay, I got it at 2. All right, go ahead.
They're 19-9 at home, and they're a home dog. I am totally in agreement. I don't want Indiana right now. They stink at the moment. They just lost 2 to Atlanta and 1 to Chicago, and they only scored 103 points against that miserable ass defense of the Chicago Bulls. So there's problems right now with Indiana. They're not playing well. I don't want to back them. But is the value where it needs to be? Because they're 19-9 at home. They do have a very good home record, and they're a very rare home underdog. So, like I said, it's Milwaukee or pass. I don't feel great about it. There's this pit in my stomach with this game. So I'm going to leave it alone. But it's Milwaukee or nothing for me. But I decided to take a pass on it.
All right. I found that clip, by the way. I got a good laugh out of it right now. And our guy Wham Bam is in the building. Wham, you made it pretty quick today. How you feeling about Bucks and Pacers?
I'm trying to, bro. I was really smart. Look, I got a minute out the car pretty quick. So I wanted to make sure I make this game here. I'm kind of okay. So it's I just to recap. Yesterday I got smoked. Babano actually did save me. I did rewatch. Shout out to Babano, had a great damn day. Babano actually saved me a little bit there, but I got smoked as far as the late game, the early games. I did have Austin Reeves. I needed him to get a dub, bro. If he would have got a dub, I wouldn't have been as bad. But the 17 killed me. It is what it is there. So shout out to bruh. Yeah, and Dutch was definitely cutting up, bro. Come on, man. Austin Reeves had a terrible game. Don't get me wrong, for sure. But the way bro was going at me, I'm like, damn. He out of pocket. But in this game right here, Dame time or Scooby-Doo coming back. He didn't play last game. He's coming in this game. They got smoked last game. The Pacers did. So as far as their last game, this game right here, obviously it's a division game. The Bucks should be the better team here. I think it should be easy, like you guys were mentioning. It should be levels. Here. I'm actually spooky, Jay. I ain't gonna lie. I'm really feeling like in church here, but I do think that this over is probably the best play here. I think that you're not going to get a slow Pacers team. You're going to get them to try to increase the speed, and then as far as the Bucks, they should be able to do what they want to do down low here. So I think the over is the better play out of the a whole game. But for the most part, I'm leaning with you guys with the Bucks. I'm just spooked, man. I think y'all got to push me in that direction, to be honest with you.
Wizards and Pistons. Pistons are a 15-point favorite. Total went up from 233 to 235, 235 and a half. You have Brogdon out, Sadiq Bey out, Wham Boy, Cool Breeze out, AJ Johnson out, and then we know Ivy's not playing for the Pistons here. Man, usually it's so easy for me. I'm gonna talk to you about it. It's so easy for me to say, you just pick the winner in the Wizards game. They're on a back-to-back here. Like, I don't think the spread matters, but 15, when I see the Pistons, that catches my attention. Like, when have we seen the Pistons as a 15-point favorite? So, maybe over. I don't trust really. I mean, the Pistons been playing defense. What do we do with this game, Babano? I don't know what to do with it. I'm all over the place.
Yeah, it could be an over. I do have a small bet on the over here. I will say this from a side perspective. You have Detroit coming off the West Coast with only 1 day of rest. That's not a Detroit spot. And, I've been back in Detroit. I love Detroit in the game against Portland on Sunday. I thought that was a great spot. They had lost a couple in a row. They caught Portland coming home from the East off a long road trip. And the Pistons jumped on them, and they won pretty much wire to wire. Led wire to wire, and then they won. It was a great spot. Detroit was probably my favorite bet Sunday. This might not be the worst idea to fade them here. Now, it is back-to-back for Washington, and it is Washington. And I was against them last night, taking the Raptors, who beat them 119-104. But Dan's on to something. I think maybe a first half or first quarter for Washington. Detroit, a little sluggish, coming back home from that West Coast road trip. And the one thing about Detroit is when you start to look at, them, the double-digit price ranges, they've been hit or miss throughout the course of the year. And is a bit of a dubious spot. So, Washington first half, first quarter, I could see potentially here in this one, because I don't know if you'd want Washington full game with them being on a back-to-back, but this is definitely a tricky-ass spot for Detroit, and it's not exactly a team that's going to excite them that they're playing here tonight. So I think you can make a situational case for Washington first half, first quarter, and you just hope they don't screw it up.
Yeah, they have been good early starters. Money Murray giving some stats here of why to fade them on the back-to-back. And again, to what Babano was saying, if you like the Wizards, you probably want, and I mean, Dan said it in the chat too, but if you like the Wizards, you probably want to take them early, because the longer the game goes on, it should favor the Pistons with the rest advantage. Bam, what do you think about Pistons and Wizards?
I think the books may know something. I'm gonna just go here. When you said that, Skee, when have I ever seen them this much of a favorite? I'm not going directly onto their database here, but I'm looking at the matchup going all the way back to 2003. And this is the biggest spread this matchup ever had. This is the biggest spread. It was a big spread back in 2023, March. The Washington Wizards was 13.5. That was the largest it's been. It's never been 15 for either side. You know what I mean? So you said the rest advantage too. First thing I thought about was last night trying to fade the damn, try to take the bullshit ass Kings. They got smoked. Rest advantage kicked their ass. I don't know, bro. This one I was definitely I think the Pistons go whoop. I think the Pistons go whoop these boys, man. Beat them pretty convincing. And to be honest with you, they kind of want this win. I think that they're not the team that's going to be in a high horse looking down on the Wizards. You know what I'm saying? They was just the Wizards. You know what I'm saying? They was just the Wizards. So this 15 might be something, bro. It's the biggest spread they ever had in the matchup. I think that's telling, bro, in my opinion. So, like you said, Babano, were able to get a good win off of Portland. Portland is a lot better than this Wizards team. So, they're able to get 7 out of them. I should be able to get 14, 15 out of these guys. So, it's tough here, but I'm all live with the Pistons, though, here. I think you might be right. We know Washington is really good in these type of situations first quarter, though. That is probably the pregame bet that I should be making here that I'm not gonna make because I'm getting my ass killed. But if I did have like confidence in my abilities to, for sure, I'll be on the Wizards first quarter. It seemed like a good spot. Obviously, we've been doing this all year, and then maybe taking the Pistons full game like live or something like that, because you can get something better than this. I think they're gonna beat them by a dub though, bro.
Hit that Dutchy soundbite for me one time, because I'm pretty sure that's what he's
back
saying.
You don't even see him on the damn screen. Roll that thing.
Yeah, here we go. I ain't have it ready.
Same game.
We're
Trying to have a good time with this bitch.
You want to talk about this shit?
Yeah.
Hey, way more than you need.
All right, we'll keep it going on to Brooklyn and Cleveland. Opened up 17.5 points for Cleveland. Looks like 16.5 right now. Total went up from 223.5 to 227. D'Lo looks like he's out for this contest tonight. Cam Thomas in this time. Cleveland, they have Donovan Mitchell game time, DeAndre Hunter game time, and then Ty Jerome out. I'll go back to Babano. I mean, the Nets were able to get over yesterday with one of the two, Cam Thomas and D'Lo, and they'll have one of the two again here tonight. I do think the Cavs should be able to name their number against the Nets. Do you agree with the market pushing this one up as high as 227.5?
Yeah, I think this is definitely an over. I believe. You look at this this Cleveland team. Got Washington on the brain. Cleveland. I've got Cleveland now 41-23 for overs this year. How about that? 41-23. That is just remarkable. How often they've gone over the total against this Brooklyn team defensively. Brooklyn 2 on a back-to-back, so I don't expect their defense to be on point tonight. Little sluggish, tired legs. That's not what you want against this prolific team that can score the basketball at will. I think you're going to see probably more of that here tonight. Brooklyn, of course, coming off the 111-108 victory against the LA Lakers. It is worth noting, though, for the Brooklyn Nets that finally back. I shouldn't say finally back. He missed a lot of time, came back, but then missed last night. Didn't play against the Lakers. But Cam Thomas is going to play tonight for Brooklyn. So that is a big offensive plus, obviously, for the Brooklyn Nets. That should help them quite a bit. And it seems like they play a little faster when he's on the floor because it's obviously the best offensive player they've got right now. I don't think that's stretching the truth saying that. So Cleveland will put up, a pretty good amount of points, but I think Brooklyn chips in now that they've got their leading scorer back. So I think it goes over the total. Nothing on the side. It's a lot of points. Brooklyn does play hard, but I do like the over here.
Wham Bam, how do you see it?
I could get with that as well. I think Brooklyn, man, I mean, D'Lo, he only wanted to play against the Lakers. That's probably the most meaningful game he was going to play the rest of the season. So, yeah, of course, he's going to be out the following game. Sucker. But, yeah, no, for the over here, I do agree with that. I got to make sure my boy Donovan Mitchell's in there for sure because, his long off-rhythm threes are going to be needed to get this over here for sure. So, him being in there, DeAndre Hunter, I actually rather do without him. More Max Strus for my opinion. And speaking of Max Strus, that is kind of where I want to go here. I want to go Max Strus again. I think Max Strus probably is another double-digit game under his belt. Obviously, going up against a team that's not necessarily that damn hot on defense. And Max Strus has been getting some love lately. And I think I got it at 8.5 last time I gave this out. So this time it's a little bit bigger. I think it's like a 9. Pause. It's a little bit more like a couple more points different. I think it's 8.5. Now it's at 10.5. Last game he had 17. He was flat the game prior against the Hornets 3, but the game that we did catch was against the Heat. He had 11. So I think we're going back to the Max Strus over 9.5 points. It's the only play that I really like on this card really today.
All right, we're going to keep going to the next game. Clippers and Pelicans. Last game on the slate. Opened up Clippers -7. Hasn't really moved. Total, not much movement. Looks like 222 right now. Clippers, no Norman Powell, no Simmons, no Lundy. Eubanks is questionable. For the Pelicans, Olynyk is out and Boston out. Clippers are coming off of an overtime game. They are on the front end of a back-to-back. My thought is the Clippers, and I'm going to pass it to you again, Babano. The Clippers, I don't trust them when they're on the road. They've been just Jekyll and Hyde, home and road. So combination of that and coming off overtime, I have a hard time laying 7 with them. I'll lean with the Pelicans. What do you think?
I do too. And it's more than a lean. I'm betting the Pelicans. I think there's a tricky spot here for the Clippers going into this game. You talked about it. They're coming off obviously that big time overtime game against Sacramento. Now, they do have the day off. I get that. But one thing about New Orleans, they did play a pretty hard, scrappy, tough game at home against Memphis. 10-point dogs. They lost by 3, 107, 104 in that game. And you look at head-to-head, Pelicans have matched up all right with the Clippers. They've covered 3 straight meetings, 8-1 against the spread versus the Clippers in the last 9 meetings. It was a 3-point game earlier this season when they played in New Orleans. I like this number that we're getting here with the Pelicans. And after all this time where they've had obviously all kinds of injury concerns and issues, Zion, Trey Murphy, CJ McCollum, finally there's some degree of health for them. Really, the only 2 players that are missing still are Brandon Boston and Kelly Olynyk, who are bench guys. So, it's better health for the Pelicans. I like them at this number in this spot. They played the Clippers relatively well, so I'm on the +7 as well, New Orleans.
Wham, what you think?
I wanted to play the Dutch soundbite, to be honest with you. You know what I'm saying? He gave you way more than you need, to be honest. But to be all the way locked in on this game, and where I do think that's going to lie, if there isn't a Ben Simmons in this lineup, because he's getting about 17 minutes out of the rotation there, I think that goes to Amir Coffey, and Amir Coffey actually gets his point total over 7.5. I think that will help him out a lot, because now you're stretching the floor a little bit more. I know Amir hasn't been shooting as well lately, but he's still averaging just about 7 points over the 23 minutes that he's getting. So if he gets about 30, I could think that he's going to make some of these threes, you know what I'm saying? So there, but B-Man, I kind of would agree, man. I think
We're trying to have a good time, and you want to talk about this shit?
damn.
Yeah.
Hey, he gave you way more than you need.
I did too. It's backward, bro.
All right, that's it.
Here's another thing about the Clippers. 0-7 against the spread their last 7 road games. They've been terrible away from home. 0-7. They've failed to cover in 7 straight on the road. So that's another reason, laying 7 with this team on the road. Be careful.
Yep, Jekyll and Hyde, home and road. All right, best bets. Why do I not? There we go. Best bets right there. So, like we always do, man, I don't know if we get in a Dutchie anymore. So, we're gonna go to Wham Bam first, and but I know you might be closing us out here.
Might be. Yep. Called her the bullpen to do the Dutchie today. Yeah.
Shout out to Mo Harris. Mo Harris asking me how I'm feeling, man. That's why I say every day, bro. How am I feeling, bro? I am getting smoked. But the last best bet that I hit, I'm gonna get that motherfucker out. And I was talking to Dutch yesterday. Shit ain't been the same. I haven't really been looking at the board the same. But what have been working for me is finding those diamond and a rough player props. It's kind of what the fuck I'm known for. So today we're gonna go back to Max Strus. Max Strus over 9.5 has hit 4 out of the last 5 games, coming off a 17-point game. If Donovan Mitchell isn't out in the lineup, if he's out the lineup, I still think he's going to get enough looks for us to go over this 9.5. It's only better if he's out the lineup, so you already know how that go. But 9.5, Max Strus, best bet. Let's get a winner today.
Good stuff from Wham Bam. I'll go next, and man, I haven't played a game today. Yesterday I had a few I played or a couple I played. Today I haven't played one. So you guys know I don't like to give you guys stuff I haven't played. I'll give Dutch his best bet for him because it's the only one he talked about. We're gonna go with the Bucks, fear the deer, -2 against the Pacers tonight. It's levels to that shit, as my guy Dutch would say. Last but not least, Babano, let the people know how they can get to the window and take us home.
Yeah, we went with a side last night. We'll go back to one of my specialties, totals. Totals best bets have been terrific on the show. I think we've got another one here tonight. Let's go with over 226.5, Brooklyn and Cleveland. I think we're going to see points. Cleveland will score theirs. Cam Thomas helps Brooklyn offensively. Brooklyn, Cleveland, over 226.5, best bet.
Take us home, Babano.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Shout out to everyone in the chat. We're out of here. Hit the like button on the way out. And I know you love tuning in every day to the NBA OG betting show because the NBA is a hell of a drug. And you're looking at the plugs. Yeah, man. Be sure to like, subscribe, and share the motherfucking video. Y'all stay fresh. Stay blessed. And let's stay putting these motherfucking bookies to rest. Yeah, man.
You guys ready?
It's the plan, Bobby.
We're winging it, Jerry.
You always wing it.
We're gonna get killed. What you mean, we, white boy? You ready?